go day streets before find some meat. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Just a stay by plan with Afi and Zuu. All the G's for our crack, shall we there for you? If you also want to react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we there for you?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Stay by Plan. Before we start, I just want to say thank you to the team for the very cute video you made for me for my birthday. I cried. Yes, I did.
Deep.
And now I'm trying my best not to say super excited because I'm like, wow, I really be saying that in every episode.
Oh, but are you super excited?
I'm super excited because we have someone that I think is really cool in the studio today. Like, he's really Jay. And he's like a fashion god. And I'm super excited about that.
Preach.
Amen. So, Zuu, what's up? How have you been?
I'm cooling,
Speak up, or we can't hear you. Make the editing difficult.
Shy.
Yeah, I'm shy, actually.
Why are you shy?
I'm in the presence of, like you said, the fashion gods.
God.
Yeah.
An actual
Pressure
god.
deep.
A lot of pressure.
Please, who are you? What's your name?
I am Jude Dontoh. I am the co-founder of Tribe of God, and I am a freelance designer. At that, let me just end there.
Wow, that means there's more, but you just want us to know.
The feds are watching.
Which feds know?
FBI.
Some they know they Ghana.
IGP.
IGP, they don't find you. You will not find you unless you do something on the road. That one, they'll catch you right now.
No. That one, they don't catch me.
You said co-founder. Who's the other person?
So I have two brothers, but you've already met them.
That's so cute. It's a family business.
It's a family business.
Oh my God.
That's sweet. That's my favorite type of business.
Really? It's stressful, bro. Trust me. My brothers are stressful, but I love them still.
Oh, that's dope. I have a lot of questions about that, but we'll come to that. So, okay. What's Christmas saying?
Bro, I mean,
that's all Zuu knows.
Yeah, that's all he knows. I mean, I'm just trying to make money, because the year's been tough.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get my money back from all the investments that I've done and all the BTC that I've lost. So I'm just trying to make some money.
Bitcoin boys.
Yeah, I don't have Bitcoin.
I'm not gonna tell you to invest in anything because, Charlie, if you go lose some money, you go toxic.
You said. But
So,
I'll say if you have any loose cash, just in case.
So do you have Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah.
You see, these are kind of people I'm rolling with. Someone that sees me every single week has bought Bitcoin and he has never spoken about it with me.
So people don't think it's me.
No, Zuu.
Right.
Zuu, I'm talking about Zuu. You have Bitcoin.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's okay. I don't want to talk about it. It's all right.
Just in case. It's just there, just in case
Don't
it
worry.
blows.
I'm cool.
But yeah. Anyway, so what's Christmas saying?
Aside the money, trying to make money.
So Tribe of God, we have a pop-up on the 19th and the 20th out on Tamed Empire. So you guys should definitely come. If you come and bomb, bro.
Okay, we'll talk about it again.
What
after.
time? What time do it?
It's the whole day. It's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
I'm gonna be there.
We have
Please.
to go back. The people who are listening, some of them, maybe they don't even know what Tribe of God is. We have
So
to
we're
take
about to
everything
enter that.
so that, and then we'll come back and talk about the pop-up.
It's kind of rare though if you don't know what Tribe of God is.
Hey!
By this time, you don't know what Tribe of God is.
If you're living in Ghana,
that's
you don't
okay.
know Tribe of God.
But yeah, so tell us, what's Tribe of God?
Tribe of God is a Christian streetwear brand, but on a more generic scale, it's more than just fashion. It's like a movement to spread positivity and love across the multiverse. I use the word multiverse because I'm a big anime and cartoon fan. So all that.
Which kind of matter with this one?
No be joke.
I like that.
So what happened before this whole movement started? Why Tribe of God? Why are you even setting yourself into a Christian? Because it's not easy. So you just tell us what everything.
I mean, I grew up in a Christian home. My mom always used to tell me that I'd be a pastor, and I'd be like, no, stop that. And when I went to college or uni, I wanted to start a side business because I was reading on, again, making money. So the easiest thing to do at the point was fashion. So I was like, well, I told my brothers, let's just do something. And then in the beginning, it was terrible. All the stuff, the production was mad because we weren't like getting the stuff correctly. The investments were from our parents, and we lost all the cash. We had to work to pay back. So when everybody was on vacation, we not a job crazy.
Ghanaian parents will never spare you.
Never.
Pay back.
Yeah, right. It's necessary.
I still have PTSD. But yeah,
what kind of jobs were you doing?
So my mom had me do this waiter job one time. It was for a week.
What job?
A waiter job.
Hey, your English is serious. I'm not understanding.
Sorry. Mama, yeah, what can then me you waiting for fancy. But not more restaurants and me 1 or 2s.
How was it like customer service and relating to people?
I was cute then. So the women were moving to me. I was getting
tips. A lot of tips.
Right. I like that. So, like, back to Tribe of God, like, what motivated the name and then, like, the Christian, vibe that's all around the brand? Like, what was the motivation behind us?
Honestly, in the beginning, we called it Glitch because we mistook a lyric by YG from some song, which he was trying to say, he said Glock, but I misheard that and I thought he said Glitch. So we looked it up. It wasn't a word. And we're like, well, this is a cool, catchy word. Let's just use it. Didn't have a meaning. So we're like, we'll just improvise, and if anybody asks, we'll just say something. But as time went on, as like progressing Christians ourselves, like me and my brothers, we were like, well, let's just try to preach through like the stuff that we make. So that's how we started Tribe of God. But I don't remember how the name came about, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then how many years has it been?
It's been 8 years.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
That's
a very long
very long time.
Yeah.
Wow. And how has it been like? I'm come to report Zuu. Everybody listen. So before we started, Zuu was like most of the Christian brands that do dresses and t-shirts. They are very yawa. They are boring. Yeah. However, when it comes to like Tribe of God, the stuff that they do are like really dope and like appeals to a larger crowd, and everybody wants to wear it. It's like even people who are not Christian and stuff like that. So how has it been like in the fashion scene? Because you know very well that like sometimes there's like some negative connotation when it comes to Christianity and like being cool. I don't know why people think there's like a negative
like you can't do both. Yeah.
You can't be cool and be Christian. Something has to give. So what has the journey been like in that sense?
I mean, it was like that in the beginning, but till we started putting out pieces, then the ideology behind the brand changed. Because I remember like the first show that we had, it was at the National Theater. Before she stressed, it was at the National Theater. So
thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Everybody expected us to come with very like, I don't know, maybe like very creepy vibes. Yeah. But it was more, like high-end fashion. And then they related to that in like a positive way because they didn't expect it. And then from there it just grew. We made it more of a family instead of just like you come into my shows or just to buy stuff or anything. So now you're involved. You feel like you're part of the journey that we're trying to like put out, or part of the brand. And, people like a sense of belonging to something. And it's difficult not to like push something positive. So yeah, I'm good at this.
And hey, it's not easy.
I should get paid for this, bro.
Hey, God. I thought I was too no, but I've met my beta. Anyway, so everybody just look at like I'm wearing Tribe of God, Zuu is wearing Tribe of God, Jude is wearing Tribe of God. So these are like all different designs, right? Yeah. So where do you get your inspiration from to get like this design? Obviously, this is a dub, like Holy Spirit, yeah. But then how do you guys get the inspiration for all the different designs that you have? Honestly, church, devotions, my mom, to be honest, because she talks to me every day about God, every morning, to be honest. She sends me like text messages, like long paragraphs, like a heartbroken girlfriend every morning. So she's always on my case. So then every time if I have a question relating to anything, I'll ask her like, so if I want to depict like the Holy Spirit, and I don't want to use a dove, like what would I do? Blah, blah, blah. And she'd tell me and I'll be like, artistically, nah, I'm not feeling it. So the inspiration comes from probably when I go to church, I go to action. Or like if I experience something and I want other people to know about it, like tithing, right? So it says that you're supposed to pay your tithe, otherwise you're robbing God.
of money or whatever, right? But then that's impossible because he doesn't use money. But in turn, you're robbing yourself of the opportunity for him to bless you, right?
Yeah.
So if I was to make a shirt out of that, I'd probably use like bank or something. I'm just, like scheming right now, but it works like that.
With respect to Tribe of God, do you think, from what you said in passing, you said your mom said, or someone said you're supposed to be a pastor, however. Do you think your merch has served that purpose? Do you think people have been saved, or people have been like, okay, I want to really figure out like more, I want to know more about this Christian thing because of you? Like, do you think there's a connection between the two?
Yeah. The people that have reached out to me to obviously tell me that, and some of them I've posted. And like I don't know his name, the guy who basically just asked me, what is heaven or hell? What does it mean? I'm like, it's a destination you pick. Right. And he's like, do these places even exist? At this point, I've served my purpose. So he's thinking right now somewhere. Yeah.
So you think most of the time it's a good conversation starter when you have a Tribe of God t-shirt?
Definitely. Like, what are you wearing? Oh, what does that say?
Right. So for example, someone will be like, what
is Holy Spirit?
Yeah, I get it. Okay, that's cool. That's really
dope.
Yeah.
Right. So then every single piece has a significant meaning, and it's a lot deeper than meets the eye.
Yes, sir.
Have you had, I'm still asking, Zuu, don't you have any questions?
No, I'm just in awe, I'm just like, oh my God, the fashion god. I'm just sitting by the fashion god. But
have you had like people like come at you that like, oh no, I feel like what you're doing is blasphemous, like you're not doing the right thing, like what you're doing isn't in line with like the will of God?
Never, actually. That's kind of weird now that I think about it.
Yeah, nobody has ever said that to you?
No.
Even like maybe, for example, at the back of his shirt, there's like heaven or hell. And sounds like, hey, so have you written heaven or hell? You know those things. People get very negative.
Somebody said that today.
But like, aside that, do you have people asking like, hey, what is this? Hey, what creepy thing is this? That kind of
There was this one guy on Twitter, because I put out a shirt called R.I.P. Satan. And then he said, why are you saying rest in peace to Satan? And I was like, well, do you know where Satan is? He's like, yeah, he's in hell or whatever. He's suffering. I'm like, okay, can you like quote that from the Bible? Like, so he obviously very Christian, quotes it from the Bible. I'm like, okay, so he's definitely suffering. But then, RIP means rest in peace. He's like, yeah, what am I going on about? And I'm like, if somebody's suffering and you say rest in peace, what does it mean? I was being sarcastic.
Like it's a mockery.
Yeah. So then I know that you're bleeding or suffering or whatever you did, suffer for whatever you did. And obviously you've hurt so many of my people, as in Christians or like human beings, and you deserve to suffer. So that's what the shirt meant. So I explained to him that it's like you said, it's more than what meets the eye. So with that, just don't presume.
I would have just said it means rest in pain. That's
that's fire too.
I would have just said that. So yeah,
that's fire.
That's free game.
That's cool.
That's dope. That's dope.
What kind of merch do you have out? Like, what kind of stuff can people get? Where can they see your merch? Like, what kind of different things?
We have a lot of stuff. We have jackets, hoodies, shorts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, caps, bags, crossbody bags,
so wait.
necklaces.
So I have a question. So I want to like.
I was like, how am I taking the podcast for myself?
So don't worry, I'm getting to it now. They're always leaving me small. So
your eye declare.
Yeah,
I declare.
So my thing is like, okay, I haven't tried to make like a fashion brand before or anything like that, but there was a time where I was like considering it. It's like, bro, this Ghana,
right? Like
just getting like quality tees alone,
right,
is a job. Getting people to print it the way you want it to be printed, all that type of stuff. How's the journey for you? Like finding the people you trust, finding, the best places to source the material, the tees, the bags and all those things. Like, did you have to like learn on the job? Did you have people to hold your hand? Like, how's the journey for you?
I never had anyone to hold my hand. I suffered, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
You had to be a waiter.
I had to be a waiter, like I said. I suffered. Me and my brothers, we suffered. But I'll say we were blessed to find some people that we work with now. Like the person that does all the printing for me is one guy. I've been working with him since like 2015.
Okay.
And he never makes mistakes. Like, so when I send him anything, I'm just like, I know it's going to work.
He's doing
it. So I'll just ask him, is this possible? He'll be like, probably like we can't do it the way you want, but this is like another way we could do it. But another printer will just tell you, oh, it's possible, and they'll do it. And
do something weird.
It's like, bro, what is this? And all of that. But with sourcing material for some stuff, you won't be able to get them in Ghana unless you ship them. So, contrary to what everybody thinks, shipping is not expensive. Depends on how you do it. Or like, if you use, like, you could basically just mail your stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like 50 CDs, bro.
Yeah.
So just do that. And, find like people that you can actually like depend on. Cause my people that mail me my jackets, or like, let me show you, hold on. The people that mail me my stuff, like I just did like a varsity jacket, and they're from Pakistan.
Serious.
So they're just they work fast. They just want to, cause they're also trying to make, I can't even find it on my phone right now. That's weird. But they just want to work. People want to work and all of that. So I feel like if you find the right people with your style that can make the stuff that you want, then just go ahead and do it.
So
if I find it. Where do you start?
Yes. How did you move all the way from?
Yeah. How did you find someone in Pakistan? Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I had this friend in Atlanta that has a brand called Swansea. So I'm doing a collab with them for the pop-up.
Okay.
On 19th and 20th. Please come for pop-up. Come and bomb. Don't just come and take pictures. And so I was like, yo, how do you make your stuff? Because she was making dresses.
Yeah.
And all of them, I'm like, whoa. I mean, like, Ghana, I just make t-shirts. So like, how do I evolve? She's like, oh, you just have to get manufacturers. I'm like, okay, so who can you like link me with? She linked me with some American manufacturers. I'm like, the cost of stuff were like obviously times 6.13 now. So it's like, bro, it doesn't make any sense, because how much would I sell it here? You know, and then the minimum quantity you'd have to produce for something would literally just drain your capital. So obviously she's like, okay, then if you want something like cheaper, you know, but still quality, you have to go to Vietnam, China, or Pakistan. But China, the sizes are iffy, because a 3XL is a large for us.
Yeah.
But then with Pakistan or Vietnam, they get the sizes correct because they're shipping to Americans and all of that. So then,
major key, guys. I hope you're taking notes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I started. So that's what I did. Like, I even started like shipping and doing all of that this year. So
okay.
The first pop-up I had was in March. I don't really remember. Amusenu. And it was just for a day, because it was like trial, because I'd been to pop-ups, and then people don't really buy anything at pop-ups. But I went for a daily paper pop-up in December last year, and then people were just buying mad stuff. I'm like, how does this even happen?
Yeah.
You know, like,
I've been to one of the daily paper ones. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And the stuff are not cheap too. So I was like, so why wouldn't you people buy me my stuff? You know? So then I was like, let me try and do a pop-up and see if it works. But daily paper, I had it for like a week or 2 weeks. Yeah. But I'm like, I can't afford that. So I did it for a day just to test it. And I produced like 200 pieces of stuff, like different designs, obviously. And the pop-up started at 9. At 2 p.m., everything was finished. So now...
Send Stay by Plan, Momo.
So now... It was supposed to end at 9 p.m. So people coming in from 2 to 9, we were just vibing, taking pictures. Like, oh, you're late. Everything's gone.
Wow.
Oh, crazy. So then this one, if you like, don't go alien see.
Don't go alien see.
Go over you. Yeah. Go over you. But yeah, so just like you just say, so when I think of like Ghanaian streetwear brands, you guys are one of the first names that come to my mind. So Travel God. Daily Paper is like Ghanaian, but then it's also kind of like foreign, you know what I mean? So I don't even want to like put you guys in the same bracket.
Box, right.
These guys, Free the Youth and them.
Free the Youth, Fumes, Danix Peters. There's so many actually. There's, God forgive me, there's Complex Department. There's so many there's Fire God. There are a lot of people that reach out to me. I just like know them personally. I don't really stuff.
Yeah. So like, because in my opinion, I think in a lot of people's opinions, you guys are like one of the leaders in the streetwear.
Buy my stuff, leaders.
Buy stuff, yeah. In the streetwear scene, like in Ghana, in Accra.
Right.
Even beyond Accra, because I know like people buy your stuff.
Yeah.
You did a pop-up in Takoradi. Right. So how has it been like for you? Because you've been doing it for a while as well, like leading the markets.
I haven't always been a leader. I'll just say like I started leading like last year.
Okay.
So, like last year, I don't remember the strategy that we used. I think it was, So I told my brothers like, yo, let's stop doing mass productions and stick to like exclusive stuff. So we give people like a sense of like dignity and pride. Like if you have an expensive Tribe of God t-shirt. It's like, yeah, I was able to buy that, but then a random person won't be able to afford that. Because Virgil said, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Virgil said that he makes Off-White expensive, and if you can't afford it out of like your demographic, it's not a problem. It's just for you to be able to create another brand to be better than Off-White.
Okay.
Right? So then, I'm not trying to let you create a brand to be better than Travel God.
You can try it. You can try it.
Like, you can try. That's on God. But I just wanted to have people, be happy about wearing my stuff.
Yeah.
Like how Afi was, psyched about.
Guys, off camera, I was very happy.
She's
like, oh my God, Tribe of God. Real quick, you design for artists.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes, yeah.
Like, as in, like, this is like merch for them to sell, like their own personal merch, or for them to wear.
To sell. Okay, like, who have you worked with before? Obviously, Joey, Promise, Ayat, Show Them Camp. Sometimes I forget, like, there's a few people, Musa Keys,
Starboy.
Wizkid. My memory's terrible. No, it's not like that.
Hey.
This one, I have to say his name first, too.
No, we'll do it like that. So that because he's been listening, so basically
so what I can say is, can I start it?
Sure, you can start again.
Okay. Anapo, Afa, and
many others.
And a lot of people.
Yeah.
But Joey was the first person like that gave me like a shot. So shouts to Joey B.
Yeah. So, and who do you feel like was the best? Or even before I ask you that, like, what's your process? Do you like to work with them, or is it like you prefer them to give you full creative range and then you just make something?
I don't really mind. Like, there was this guy. His name is Chief Kells. So he said, "Yo, I'm doing an album called To Live or Die in Accra," and I was like, "That's fire! Like, why would you even name that?" He's like, "Oh yeah, because he suffered for Accra, blah blah blah." And me at that point, I was like in a very bad mind space. So I'm like, I think you came, like, all the designs that I will put out, I told him beforehand, like, will be very dark.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't have any gloomy thoughts. So he's like, yeah, that's what he wants to do. So I would, whoever's like I'm designing for, I talk to you to know, like, okay, give me a mood board. How are you feeling about this? You want me to be generic? Do you want me to like do me? Or like, how do you expect the merch to look like? And then we just move from there.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm never designing for you.
And who do you feel like is the favorite person you've worked with? Like your favorite collab?
It's a trick question.
That's a trick question.
That's not a trick question.
It is.
It's just see,
like, who do I prefer working with, or like
which
really
like what was the best
like,
experience?
Fun,
yeah.
Like, oh my God,
Joey B, definitely, because it was like we designed together.
Yeah.
We take drives together. And it's like he's just playing me his music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Charlie, I feel like this will be cool. And he'll be like, nah, this is trash. And I'll be like, oh shit, okay. Then he'll be like, okay, now do this instead. And I'll be like, okay, Charlie, and I'll show him. He's like, nah, your idea was better. Or like, this is, and then we just move from there.
Yeah.
And he's there for production. Like, he's very detailed. He's there to see me like make the merch with my team, like try out the stuff. He'll come, like, he'll just pull up at my house. He wouldn't even call me. He'd be like, outside. He'll just take a snap of the building. He'd be like, outside. Right. And then I'll be like, all right, I'm coming. And then we just like plan for like pop-ups or like the show. So that's how the,
March.
His show, Daryl and his friends came about, because we were like, okay, let's do merch, but how are we going to capitalize? And like, he's like, he wants to do a show. And then we're like, okay, cool. Boom. So I think that's like my favorite.
I feel that.
Let me give a sub. The Tagaradi pop-up, she was supposed to come. We were planning. Like, Afi, let's go. She's like, oh yeah, definitely I'm going to come because I missed the Accra one.
Yeah, so no.
Bro. What's your excuse?
What's your excuse?
I had work.
That's cap. You didn't have work?
I had work.
Pull up messages?
What did I say?
You said, I don't remember what you said, but it wasn't work.
It was definitely work.
Was it on the weekend?
It was on a weekend. But I just had work. Like, it wasn't going to work out for me to go and come back and go to work on Monday.
Yeah, cap. Child, guys, give me 1 second.
He's going to Shank.
You need help. That was just an event.
I still was there.
See, Senna doesn't even know my name and he's been for my pop-up. I have him on video.
Oh,
Vibes.
Who got it?
I did.
Oh,
I didn't do it. So, stay by plan. From Confections of a Baker. Shout out to Confections of a Baker. Yeah. Shout out to Confections of a Baker on
I'm
IG.
actually super excited.
Super excited to have a super excited cake.
Yes. Oh. Oh, am I supposed to share?
Yeah, you got. It's yours. Like,
If you want.
if you want.
Okay, we'll cut it after the episode.
Vibe.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
So you love me, oh, Senna.
For real?
You guys, you did it, or you guys think about me all the time?
Oh my God.
But yeah, so let's get back into it. So now, like, looking at it from like a more, like a wider lens,
Right.
the streetwear scene in Ghana, do you think it's driven by like thrifting? Because you know, like people, most of the time, if you want to buy clothes in Ghana, you have to go on streets,
Yeah.
Kantamanto.
Facts.
The counts for me.
Yeah, you have to get a fools.
Right.
Do you think the streetwear scene is still driven by the full scene?
I mean, a lot of Ghanaians like to look suburban, which is not our culture.
Yeah,
So that'd be where the fools come from.
yeah,
And like, they want to look cool. So, I mean, like, they probably, like me, like this, I started with that. Like, I'd see, cause I like very dark themed shirts.
yeah,
So Metallica shirts, or I don't know, like Fear of God shirts that are like dark themed with skulls and all that. So then the only place I could obviously get them from was Kantamanto.
yeah.
Cause at that time, I didn't even know like, oh, you could ship this or you could do that. So then I'd go to Kantamanto. I have like these people there, they call them drip something. I don't remember the last name.
Oh, are they still there?
Yeah, they're on
Oh,
Instagram.
wait. What?
I got you.
Let's
They're
go
called
back.
drip.
Let's
drip
talk
styling.
about it.
Like it's a store.
It's a store, Kantamanto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cow. But do they still do Tisumami, or they have fixed price?
No, Tisumami.
Hard.
Yeah,
That's good.
fire
I never
stuff.
even knew that. I never
Don't
even knew
mind,
that.
Zuzu hasn't been to Kantamanto before.
Oh,
Zuzu
so
is
that's-
deeply, very deep. We don't mind
Yes,
Zuzu.
the number of times I walked on that street, those streets,
Ask him where
they sweat and
Kant is,
things.
ask him.
Bro, where's Kantamanto?
I did occurrence,
Which side of Accra?
like Central Accra,
Okay, that's tight.
Rollins Park. Side.
Ah.
Go
It's
places
not
that
around
go-
Rollins Park. You have to go down.
It's still, that's
It's still you go
Kantamanto.
past there and you walk
Yeah.
and you be sweating. You will get your
That
shadows.
thing is
You'll get
stressful
them.
though. You need to like be mentally ready to
The
go
guys,
to
the guys are
Kanto.
calling you and pulling you. Hey,
Hey, oh,
hey,
sweetheart,
brother,
have
come and get
me.
your size.
Okay, now
Get your
it's showing off.
size.
It's showing off.
You go in the street.
Oh, but honestly, I think we should talk about that more. People don't talk about it often. You know,
Yeah.
like everybody, I feel like everybody has gone to Kant. Not everybody, that's a reach, but like majority of us have definitely been to Accra before to find something. We are looking
Yeah.
for some shoe or some sneaker or something or
Yeah.
some tea.
Right.
But people don't talk about it enough. And I think like let's all just share, you know, because it's really confusing.
For some people, there's a level of shame to it.
Why?
For some people, it's
Yeah.
like they don't want you to know that, oh, I got this from
Accra,
Kant,
yeah.
because it's like
It's second
usually
hand.
second hand.
Yeah.
But recently, like with the whole like
Online thrift shops,
thrifting and stuff has become kind of cool.
recycling.
You know,
clothes. It's
kind
all
of-
about the brand.
Yeah, it's all about branding. That's how it is. So for a lot of people, especially back right now, it's a bit better. Back in the day, people were like, they'll buy their shoe from Kant and tell you that
I can
oh,
relate.
my auntie brought it from.
I can
You know what I
relate.
mean?
Yeah,
My
when
auntie
we're
brought it
especially
from-
when we're like class six, JSS, you're not about to open your mouth and say I went to Accra to buy my Nikes. Because everybody tell you that
Right.
it's
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
pion. You say it's pion.
So yeah, like I think for a lot of people, that's why like sometimes I'll go to Kant and I'll see some bad
OGs.
bitch.
Right.
Hey, so is that the kind of
Wait,
words you
wait.
be using?
When you say, yeah.
Hey,
You say bad bitch, do
Zuu.
you mean female or do you mean?
Hey,
So,
Zoo.
you calling me? But yeah, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, you see like someone that you know and you're like, hey, so it's you there, you there. They
You
give
know,
each other the
You understand?
Yeah,
Just like,
we
yeah,
there,
the
yeah,
nod.
bro. We are with there.
just give the nod, then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
move
No,
on.
no,
Yeah.
no. Like, hey, what's up?
So we're all trying to get it, you know. So yeah, I just think for a lot of people there was shame attached to like going to Kant
Right.
because they want to like have this air of
My auntie
being-
shipped it.
or even being wealthy. Like they don't feel like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, me, I've got it, but you know, I don't go to Kant. I've not been to Kant before. Like people used to say those things.
Yeah.
But I think now it's changed. Like people are just trying to like, you have to embrace it. Because Ghana, if you're shipping things to Ghana, if you're buying, first of all, you're earning money in CDs,
Fair.
buying stuff in dollars,
Yeah.
shipping is here in dollars. By the time it's here, you are,
Yeah, your head's here.
yeah,
And I feel like it's also like once not really once you go there you can't really get out of it kind of thing. I feel, but for example, if I'm going to buy something online and it's like maybe a dress for 200 cedis after I do like the conversion, you'll be there thinking like, but this is actually like some 3 dresses if I had gone to Kant too.
Yeah.
So then once you've been to Kant before and then you realize that like it's a good stuff for a good price. Cause let's be serious. The stuff that you buy in Kant are more likely to be original than the stuff you buy in like an East Legon shop that says like it's designer. Because they are really bringing store rejects or stuff that have been cleared so that like from summer so that they can stock winter or whatever. Yeah. So like you're like, maybe I should just go to Kant, you know? So I feel like once you've gone there before and then you've been able to find good stuff that are like, okay, it's very difficult to just say that I'm never buying stuff from Kant again. I feel like once in a while, you definitely show up there and be like, hey, what's going on there? And that's what I'm saying, that if people were more open about it, it would be much helpful for all of us. Because if you don't know where you are going in Kant, I think you'll be very confused.
That's facts.
Because for me, when I was younger, I think my mom went with me a couple of times to buy shoes. And then when I grew older, it was like my friends who used to show me like where the clothes are. But if I go alone, now I just know like specific people that I can go to buy from. But if it's not for those people, like if I go there, like the whole thing will pass my eye top. Yeah. You know, but like right now that has released like a brand that is there, like it's helpful. Like let's all share our Kant connect, shall we?
Yeah. Because I used to know a guy even like, because when I used to go there a lot when I was in uni. I don't go there anymore. But it's not even because like it's above me.
The time,
Ghana is too hot. Then my main thing is Ghana is too hot. I hate the heat. Like I hate when it's hot.
You're right when you said it's DB.
Oh, I just don't like sweating.
Bro, if you make sure you get party this Saturday, we Monday.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So back in the day, what I used to do is if I go and then like there's a guy who has good stuff, I'll just take his number.
Right.
That's even DB, bro.
Oh wow. I'll take his
that's
number.
Not DB, that's just
like yo, bro, you know my size, you know everything. Just send something my way. Send me some pictures. Yeah. I like this. Send the money. You bring it to you.
No, but that would be very recent vibes, right?
That's recent.
Yeah,
because in
recent,
the past, nobody's about to give you any number. Who's going to send you?
Yeah. But this is like in the last
4 years, maybe
4 or 5 years. Yeah. But right now,
I know we only wear designer.
Amen.
Nah, that's not. I think for me, also for me,
what are you wearing?
I'm wearing designer. Tribe of
yeah,
Holy Spirit filled.
TOG.
Okay, so then enough about Kant, more about street.
Yeah,
you guys should tell me more about me. I don't know that much.
I would say that streetwear as a culture is like very diverse, and you know, like Ghanaians are growing towards it. And I remember, like, let me use my friends as a case study. They said, like, yo, you're doing petrochemical engineering.
Oh, wow.
And calm down. And
now you are doing t-shirts and all this kind of stuff. Do you have adults? Sorry, I'm sorry to digress, but do you have some of your aunties and uncles saying that, hey, so after all the engineering things, you are now doing...
Yeah, because I still use my degree.
Right.
So it's calm still.
Right.
But my friends were telling me like, yo, because, you know, there's a stereotype about like, yo, when you do like a petroleum course or chemical engineering course, you will make some mad bread after school.
Yeah.
Cap. It depends on where you work or like what position, blah,
your connections.
Let's not get into that.
Not that simple.
Right. So they said, stop this streetwear thing. It's not going to last. It's like dancing. Cause I used to dance in high school. It's like dancing in high school and it's not going to like last after school. Like, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah.
People are not going to ask where the people that are buying your stuff. So that nobody's going to be buying it. I'm like, okay, calm. Like I thought about it and I'm like, well, you never know. Let me just like try. Right. My mom told me to stop. She's like, you can't balance school and then after I was done with school and I did my national service at GMPC, and you know the national service pay is trash.
Hey, you dey talk why, you know?
Oh, feel free, bro.
559, bro.
If I start.
No, GMPC said it was like 1K. Yeah, so it was calm. But then still, it was trash.
It's still not enough, yeah.
Because I was living at East Legon and I had
don't
to
say
go.
anything. Do you know 1K is somebody's physical salary right now?
Do better, bro.
Which
You don't know Accra is what, eh? You don't know Accra is what. Oh my God, we have to shut this.
Relax.
Stay by plan, we have to shut it down. Most people, they don't know what's happening in the system.
Who's they? Me, I know. I'm just going to say,
please,
like, that's someone's salary, true, but they deserve more.
Of course they deserve more, but I'm saying on the ground. It be normal.
In the reality, you know.
But
1K is even high, like
on
average.
Before, like, so after the national service, I did like a few months of like actual petrochemical, blah, 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 and they were giving me like 3K a month. And it was like, that's 100 cedis a day for the whole month. Right? But how much do I spend on transport? Because I live in East Legon. My job is at Tema.
That's
how
one
much do I
minus
spend on
one.
food?
Yeah.
You know, how much do I spend on rent?
Yeah.
So I quit. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into media and just try to be like more, you know, then my job said, then they pay me 400 cedis. So that 1K on the ground, we all ended on before.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like entrepreneurial stuff is like more, it's more income for you.
Yeah, but it's not for everybody. Let's not
Oh,
drag
I'm
sorry,
some
I'm just
people
trying
out
to
of
be
their 9 to 5.
motivational.
It's definitely not for everybody.
It's
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
'Cause
But if you
it's
can
hard.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I mean, like, it gets easier when you keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Back to my story, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell
He
us the
said
story.
that I couldn't do it
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, using my mom and my friends, they're like, how are you going to pay for a spot or like a show at the National Theater?
Theater.
And I'm like, I'll get it for free. So I wrote them like a letter
Mm.
and they gave me the space. Thanks to Denise and this friend of mine, Money G. So they gave us the space and then we had the show there. I invited my mom and my friend.
Aww.
So I gave her like a special seat. And then when she came, she just witnessed like a lot of people just come, you know, like for the show. And she's like, were there tickets? I'm like, no. But, you know, like the point is like for them to see and then to buy the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
After the show, she's like, we have to do one in Takrady, one in Kumasi. I'm like, you said that should stop though.
See, African parents, why do they do that?
Bruh,
No.
it's
We
funny,
actually have
it's
some
funny, it's
episode
funny, it's
on
funny.
things African parents do.
Then actually talk to a parent because me.
Yeah, we have to bring someone's father or mother here because we won't take this.
Yeah. Because
That's
this is like a really common story with people who come on the podcast. At the
Really?
beginning, the parents are like, yo, what's going on?
They are fair-weathered
chill.
people.
You know, but like when they see that,
When you
It's
see
because
that,
they're not used to it.
when you see
I
that
think that's
cash-
what it is, yeah. Because
Let me
traditionally
even
it's
give my
very
father's
like,
photos. When I was telling my father that I'm coming to record, he's like, and I'm like, oh, but like we're doing very well. We have like this number of streams or whatever. People listen. And it's like, I even know that there's some guy who has been doing videos for tourism. But I said that one is not called podcast, it's called vlog. And he was like, okay. It's like, if they don't see that there's something good coming out of
yeah,
it.
they're not. I mean, but I get it though. It's like you want to be protective of your kids and just
Yeah,
make
of
sure that they
course.
have the
Make sure
best, you
they're
know.
good.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Make sure they're good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
So she saw this year the Accra pop-up
Mm.
because I was like, yo, I can't give you the specific amount, but let's say I invested 1 CD,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then I showed her that this was how much I made from 9 to 2 p.m.
Mm.
And she's like, okay, type ready. And I'm like, I bet. And she's like, can I invest? I'm like, nope, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't do that. If you are
But
wicked.
that was just a Tagradi pop-up. But after the pop-up, cause, I was like, I'm tired cause, you know, like having a pop-up or planning for events
It's
in Ghana
not
is
easy at
stressful.
all, yeah.
And I had 2 consecutive ones.
Yeah.
And I had to travel from like, I drove. You
But
know,
she came, right? She came for the Takrady one. There was a picture of you
she
with her
came
in
for
it,
the
right?
Takradi one.
Very cute.
And luckily she got me like a shop in the mall for free for a
Mm.
month. And I was like, how did you even do that? She's like, yo, my mom is the most corny. She's the corniest person on the planet. She's like, if you Google links, my name will pop up. I'm like,
I'm dead.
bro, why would you? So she got me the space and then we had it. But, everything sold out in 2 days.
Mm.
So I had to come back to Accra to
Mm.
remake stuff to send back to Takrady.
Hey, they won't hear small boy.
And then at that time, let me finish my statement.
I'm
bro.
sorry.
And after that, after the 2 days, I went to Dubai
Hey,
to chill. With the pop-up
Okay.
bread.
So if you be like
with what?
With the pop-up bread.
the pop-up
Wow,
bread, I
plus
feel,
1 minus 1.
Oh,
I
no,
feel-
it's just me.
I hope you invested some of the money back.
stay by
you have to
plan,
stay
no.
by plan. Though. You
That's why
cannot
I'm
be
having
bombing.
another. That's why I'm having another one.
Okay.
You know, the 19th,
I want to
20th.
invest.
no, he understands the business.
Can I
He knows
invest?
the money
No,
has to
family
go
no.
back in.
So what am I?
You were dead.
I'm what?
What?
I'm what?
Sorry.
I don't understand these abrofo.
Sorry. Won't count.
I'm dead. But yeah, so fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's-
Hey,
it's
so
good,
you
bro.
really come on top. Oh.
Yeah, he's.
Well, how about come on to?
Yes,
Come on. I
Let's talk
feel,
about Banku.
yes, Banku.
What's Banku?
First of all,
Banku.
Banku. No, not the food. Was that term started by what's his name?
That's very
Wasn't started
Uh,
by Fire Stick.
Fire stick. No.
Wasn't it? Was already there.
Because I remember in high school it was there.
It was there. Yeah. I feel you know Fire Stick.
Shouts to Fire Stick though. Good guy.
Yeah, Fire Stick is it's like a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
So he collects sneakers.
He's more than a sneakerhead though. Like I don't want to put like a limit on my brother. He's like he's cultural. He's I don't want to say he's an influencer. He's just like somebody that has like insight on a lot of stuff, and he's trying to help a lot of, you know, Ghanaians.
Yeah.
But then he just does the sneaker stuff on the side.
Okay.
Like, cause that's his passion. So
And then what's the correlation between him and Banku?
he points out people that are wearing fake stuff.
Yeah.
Like people send it to him. He doesn't like, you know, like
So,
people
like, you
send it
put-
to
Like,
I
him.
think it was even-
you send it to him physically. he
No, they send him a
inspects it.
picture, like probably like send us in there. I take a picture of some slides. Maybe he was wearing Yeezy slides. I'm not gonna do that, bro. My bad. And then I send it to Fire Stick, right? And he'll post and say, nah, this is Banku.
And it's so aggressive, like, you circle it sometimes. And
It's funny.
capital letters, Banku.
Not to be like Ewe or anything, but why Banku? Why not Kinky? Like, why is the word Banku? Why is it Banku that we are using?
Banku has like a very, you know, it has something.
I feel like
There's fun to it.
Yeah.
Banku.
It's because like heavy, but when you eat it, you are still hungry. So like, it's like a facade.
I wouldn't know. I've never
I
eaten
don't
Banku
think it's that
before.
deep. I don't think it's that deep. Eh?
My friend, get up! Get out of here!
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious? Never had Banku before.
Never.
Why?
I'm allergic
To what?
to maize, corn, all of that.
Oh.
So I can't eat kinky. I can't eat banku. I can't eat.
But the kinky,
Can't
you're
go
not
on.
missing
Is
out.
it fermented one?
It's
that
the
you can't-
fermented ones.
You can't drink Aliha and
What's that?
Asana. Sorry.
No.
Okay, that sucks.
It's cool. You're not missing out so much with the kinky side, but the Banku, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Tough.
right.
I have
Yeah,
jollof, so we good.
So, do you have any other upcoming projects?
No, I'm not done with the Banku.
Ah,
There's a lot more to talk about.
No.
Relax. So we told you about Fire Stick. So,
okay.
and his problem is like, why are people wearing so much Banku on streets?
On streets.
But my thing is, and I think a lot of people is that it's like, people can't afford it. People can't afford like the real stuff.
That's relative. Like people can afford it, but where would they get it here?
And that as well. So if
That's
you're,
one.
that's
But
if
what
you're
he's saying
buying-
as well is true.
Yeah.
if you're buying
People too
like,
Not everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
if you're buying like you're wearing the foam
foam
runners. If I was going to buy foam runners and bring it, I'm probably going to pay like at least 3K, 4K if I'm
No,
buying foam runners.
That's cap. You'd probably at most 2K. Because how much are the foam runners?
You are even acting like 2K 200 CDs.
Yeah, but you have to think of it as in dollars. So it's like at most $250.
Okay.
You did above. So it's not that like if you say maybe
that's assuming it's like it's available because sometimes it
Yeah,
sells
sometimes
out and
it
stuff.
sells
Yeah,
out.
so you have to buy
My
like
friends are really
resale,
boilers, so guys.
resale value and things. So
Yeah.
okay, let's say 2K.
Mhm.
The average, like we were saying, people have not even paid 1K a month.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So my thing is, like, I get his thing. It's like, if you can't afford it, don't try
I
and
agree.
wear it.
I agree with that.
I get that.
I agree.
But some people they want
No.
to flex.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
then
necessary.
you're
Let's
not wearing
buy
the
a-
right thing.
Primark can be free.
Yeah.
Like, it's not by force. Like, it's not by force.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
stress
not by
yourself.
force.
I get that.
Don't stress yourself.
It's not by force.
I get that.
It's really not by force, guys. If you can't afford it, don't buy the fake one.
I feel you. So yeah, but so another thing he says is that the money that people used to buy, let's say like some fake Jordans, you can use that money to buy Vans.
Yeah.
Easily.
Or Chucks.
Easily.
You know, that would be like that's like $40.
How about ignorance? What if genuinely I didn't know that this thing was fake?
I think that happens to
That
people as
also
well,
happens.
That's-
I feel like that
that's
can
true.
easily happen to me.
yeah. Oh yeah, you did obviously.
What the hell is that supposed
Yeah,
to
those
be?
people that you have to call, yo, I want
said
to buy
what he
this.
said.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, like, you know how when you're on Instagram, you can see like someone sells sneakers, you
Yeah.
check the number of followers, it's like 21K, and then you see like a lot of likes.
And I
You're
think
like, okay, this
sometimes
person has Nike sneakers, okay, 250. Okay,
Yes,
I'll buy it. And
that's
it's
the
painful.
first- that's
That's
the
the
first
most
thing.
painful
Wait.
thing.
So
Mhm.
this person has what?
Nike sneakers.
Nike.
Mhm.
Please don't disrespect the brand.
Nike. What did I say?
Nike.
Nike sneakers.
Nike.
So I should say Nike sneakers.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway,
Yeah,
as long as you understood what I was saying, that's what's the most important thing. Because they don't write
That's why
Nike.
that's
They
why
didn't
the
write
fake-
Nike.
That's why the fake people will catch you.
But do they write Nike or never mind? It's fine. I don't even.
but yeah, you make your point, make your point.
So what I'm saying is, if you see something online
Yeah.
for someone like me, who I'm a girl, and the most painful thing is,
Is that feminism?
what I'm saying is, for example, you're making me lose my train of thought. I don't like that.
Sorry.
If I don't know what an original thing looks like,
Yeah.
but because I know, okay, maybe Zuu can connect me, and Zuu is like, oh, don't worry, I can get one for you, and then I buy it from Zuu, but it's fake, or it's what
Yeah,
they say,
you wouldn't
first
know.
grade or second grade or third grade. I don't know the grades.
There are no grades. It's fake and legit.
I know. But I'm saying that, obviously there are levels to fake. Someone writes nice.
Okay.
Someone writes nice.
Yeah.
But maybe the tick has tilted some way. All I'm saying is if you're not a sneakerhead and you just want good sneakers, you wouldn't know.
True.
Yeah. So I get the whole, like, I agree with the whole, if you can't afford it, just buy something that is, you can afford.
Yeah,
but in the same vein, you can be paying the same price for something that is fake.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because what if the Vans you bought were fake? And
you didn't know.
You paid like the actual price.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that definitely happens.
Yes.
But I think for me, that's my problem with fasting. Even though I get what you're saying, my problem is that I feel like it's not that deep. Or I'm not seeing this.
It's not that deep that people are wearing fake things.
Yeah.
I mean, let me say this. Like, if you had a brand, right? Let's say you had Travel God was yours.
Yeah.
And then somebody was wearing a fake t-shirt. How would you feel about that?
Yeah, it's about
a little bit flattered because it's like you're trying to copy
I think it's different. I feel like it's different.
Yeah.
For these are like $1 billion brands like
Louis or
Adidas, Louis Vuitton, Nike. I feel like as for the fake, whether they like it or not, they're going to be
there will
fake,
be knockouts. Yeah.
And some people, they're literally just trying to find some shoes so they can go to garage or wherever they're going to tomorrow night.
Why did you say garage?
And it's just an example.
Is it?
Free promo.
Okay. They're going to, a few words should I say?
Oh no.
Yes, they're going on streets, they're going out to their friends. And they just need some
cool sneakers.
Sneakers to wear. Let's say they like Air Forces and they see some Air Forces and they have 200 seats. Like they say the Air Force 200 seats. Don't buy Air Forces for 200 seats, by the way.
Yeah. Don't do that.
That's Banku. But that's
direct conversion.
Yeah, don't do that. So so for them it's just sometimes they even know. It's like, I know it's Banku.
But it's okay.
But I just need, like, you can't tell in the night unless you're fasting.
Yeah, in the night you can't tell. Even if you're fasting.
Yeah.
In the night, how
you have to kind of come close at things.
Because you're not going to be going around looking at people's sneakers.
Okay, I want to retract my statement about don't buy fake things and just say that buy whatever makes you happy. It's your money.
So that's, for me, that's my view. Like,
it's true. Just
if
make
that's what you want
happy.
to wear.
Yeah, be happy.
If we catch you,
and we laugh. Don't
cool.
just take it because that's what you want to do.
You made a decision.
Yeah, so just be happy.
So just do you.
Yeah, do you. No, I take my
personally. I think it's not that deep.
It's not that deep. Actually, I agree. Do what makes you happy.
If fasting catches you post you and laugh. Cool.
Then we move. I'll wash it and dry it in the sun and wear it again. Yeah. I'm not going to die.
Yeah, that's your money.
It's my money. Yeah. So I agree.
Yeah. So
people on Stay by Plan are saying we're Banku, guys. Just so you know.
We didn't say that.
We said I
didn't say that.
Basically, like I've already said, if you've watched the interview, I don't know how they're gonna arrange my stuff because
we don't edit like that, so we do everything raw. We don't remove anything.
Pause. It's Sunday.
Let's relax.
Tribe of God X Swansea pop up December 19th and 20th at Untamed Empire. Proudly sponsored by Jameson and I don't even want to mention.
Why are you saying probably?
Say proudly.
I'm proudly. The English
proudly sponsored.
Proudly sponsored by Jameson Irish Whiskey. Drink responsibly. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like a pop-up, that, cause, Tribe of God is having consistent pop-ups or consecutive pop-ups like every year. We started this year, so we're ending December with another one. And then hopefully next year we'll go into like different countries. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's go.
I have a question about what I'm wearing right now.
All right, go for it.
So how many, are there like a lot of pieces or you just roll out stuff and then they just go out?
So I have a specific number of pieces that I don't obviously like tell everybody like, okay, so I made like 250.
And once it's done, it's done.
It's done. I'm never making
this one like this, you are not going to print again.
Oh, I'll print it.
Or unless it's like how about bestsellers? Do you just, even if it's a bestseller, like Charlie.
No,
I've done what I've done.
If it's done, it's done.
Okay.
That's it.
I like that. That's kind of like, it reminds me of Supreme.
Yeah.
Because Supreme is like, if you get, he's wearing a Supreme hats. Like, if you have a Supreme.
No fake stuff. No fake
No Banku.
It's true.
No fake stuff.
Guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you have Supreme.
No. Original.
But you should do that because it goes to a point where like Supreme were like making, because people will just come and, because like you said, they'll make like 20 pieces or something.
Yeah, but then it's mad expensive.
It's expensive. No, but like, I think even from like, if you're buying from Supreme themselves, it's not that expensive, but the resale value, because it's only 20 pieces. let's see, they will make some like a brick. There was a Supreme brick at the time, literally a brick, and they put Supreme on it, and they sold out. And now people are selling a brick, reselling a brick
for $1,000.
You know what I mean? So
then it makes sense. You know why it makes sense? Because it's a system that Ghana we don't have. So let's say Kanye drops the black foam runners, right? And then it's only $80 on Easy Supply. But then right now people buy them and start selling for $1,000. That money goes like a chunk of that money goes back to him.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, if you're bringing like foam runners into the country, it can go to like 5K,
facts,
or even more safe.
Okay, that's if you're trying to be like, greedy.
Unless you're like, if you're quick and you actually get it, like you said,
ASAP. But that's difficult because, bro, then we use bots to buy everything.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been super exciting.
Yes, this has been
she said she wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
This has been a great episode. I had a good time. I learned a lot about fashion.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Now I know what Banku is. I know that you don't have to say Nike sneakers. You have to say Nikes.
Nikes.
And then what else you can teach me?
How to be humble and come for my pop-up.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, how to come for your pop-up, yes, but the humility, I'm not sure. Anyway, so what we like to do on this podcast, this is the first time I'm doing this. What we like to do on this podcast
take it away.
You have to pick a song that you've been singing and you sing it.
I'll sing it?
Yeah, but you can sing, can't you?
I can rap.
Okay, so I'm lying. What you have to do is just tell us, like, give us a song that you've been listening to or you've been feeling like this week, and then we play out with that song.
This week?
Mm-hmm.
Any week, any time of your life.
Yeah, any song that really speaks to you. Yeah.
I'm a big Kid Cudi fan.
Oh, me too.
Really?
So should we pick one together?
Yeah, what song?
Yeah, we picked Show Out.
Show Out by Kid Cudi.
Yes.
And Pop Smoke, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Shout to Skepta too.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of rest in pieces in this episode.
Yeah.
Virgil.
Even
and Satan
and
them guys.
Yeah. Pop.
Anyway.
Yeah. Last thing. Oh yeah, peace. Afi.
What's the last thing?
That's why I do it too. That's why she doesn't end the episode. That's why I ended. That's why. Who would you like to hear on Stay Back?
Oh, that.
Wow. I'm supposed to answer that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who do you want us to talk to?
Say Joey B.
Okay. This is the second time we're getting a vote for Joey B.
Can we eat the cake now?
Yeah, we can eat the cake now, yeah.
So, thank you so much for joining us here.
It's a pleasure.
Very fun.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for everything. I'm hungry. I just want to eat the cake.
Yeah, kill the cake.
So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Please continue listening to Stay by Plan and watching Stay by Plan on YouTube. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, especially now that it's December. All the arbitrary people who are coming, please share Stay by Plan with them. We want to see more percentages in the United States and the United Kingdom. Thank you so much.
In Nigeria.
Oh yeah, in Niger. Niger.
Kenya. Come on. All those guys.
Oh, I can help with some Nigerian artists.
Yay!
If you need. We need all of them.
Okay, now bye.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Bye.
Peace.
Wait. Relax. Wait. Unfortunately, we cannot play the song that the guest chose due to copyright reasons. But if you check the description down below, we have a link so you can listen to the song yourself. Thank you for listening.